The ticket to solving your problem of burnout is remembering that you are free to rest. Greetings, Seeker. It is I, your friendly neighborhood rabbi, and I'm here making videos for you because I care that you experience more meaning in your life, more joy, deeper human connection, and accelerated personal growth. And one way to accelerate all of these accelerating things is to slow the heck down. You do tremendous work throughout the week. Work on yourself, work for other people, and the only way to sustain this and avoid burnout that you may already be feeling is by dedicating time every week to rest. If you can, an entire day. This is one of the great gifts from the Jewish tradition to the world, is the gift of rest. The holy discipline of resting is built into our creation story. In the beginning of the Torah, it says God created the world in 6 days, and on the seventh day, God stopped doing everything. All the work that God did to make the world, God stopped, God rested, God declared that day holy and set apart. And insofar as we are created in the divine image and encouraged to imitate the qualities and actions of the Holy One, we're encouraged to work 6 days and rest on the seventh. It's even built into the Ten Commandments, where it says, Zachor Yom HaShabbat L'Kodsho. 10 Commandments are in Hebrew, by the way. What that means is remember the Sabbath day for its holiness. You could also translate it as remember the Sabbath day to set it apart. And there are other places in the Torah and rabbinic literature that talk about Shabbat and what it means to really take that day off every week. But the first time the Hebrew people are commanded to do this is when we get the Ten Commandments. And the first thing we're told to do with that seventh day is remember it, because you can't rest if you forget to rest. And there are a couple of different ways we do this. First, some rabbis have looked at this word zachor, the commandment to remember, and translated it slightly different as to commemorate or remind other people that this is a holy day. And one way we do that is to say a special blessing called kiddush. This blessing is commonly done with a cup of wine in the beginning of our dinner on Friday night. Many people think that kiddush is blessing the wine to make the wine holy somehow. That's not what it is. We use wine as a symbol of joy, and it's instrumental to this blessing. It's actually blessing the holiness of the day, not this old grape juice. And by putting some wine, a symbol of joy, in a fancy cup, and then blessing God for creating this great gift of rest, it not only helps us remember how powerful this gift is, but it reminds other people how powerful this gift is, how necessary it is to do our work, to thrive. You can't do the work of creating meaning and joy and self-improvement. You can't do all the labor you've got to do. You can't take care of the people that you have to take care of unless you are refreshed and recharged. And it's important to remember that and remind other people of that. Another take on this idea of remembering Shabbat is carrying with you Shabbat consciousness throughout the week. We're encouraged to think of Shabbat often, to think of it on like Tuesday. If we're at the grocery store and we see something that we'd like to eat that's special, we say, oh, Shabbat's coming. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to set it aside for my special dinner on my day of rest. That consciousness also helps us get all of our work done so that we could say, you know what, I was going to mow the lawn on Saturday, but instead I'm going to plan to mow the lawn on Sunday or on Friday so that on Shabbat, on Saturday, I could take that day off. Because in this modern world, a day of freedom requires a lot of planning. But if you can plan to get all of your stuff done, if you can think ahead to how to make that day nicer, if you remember that Shabbat's coming, if you remind other people that it's a holy time, a time to rest and refresh and recharge, then you will go into the week less burnt out, you will accomplish more, you will feel better. This practice of taking one day of rest after every 6 days of work has totally transformed my life for the better, and I commend it to your attention, Seeker, as something that I highly recommend that you try to do. Seeker, I really appreciate your watching this video. I enjoy learning with you things that I hope contribute to your sense of meaning, joy, personal growth, and human connection, and that's why I encourage you to mash my face. Click on the picture of my face to make sure that you're subscribed to this channel so that we can keep learning together. Feel free to check out any of the other videos that I put on this channel, and if you want to go deep into this topic of a preservative and refreshing day of rest, click on the link to the downloadable material that I provided. And until next time, Seeker, peace.